everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Is it tomorrow already? I mean, I'm making 2 videos today. One for today, one for tomorrow. Or one for yesterday, one for today. However that works, I don't know. But I want to welcome you all to my channel, and today's video is a crochet video, because my channel is a crochet channel, so I want to thank you all for joining me. If you like the travel videos, there will be more of those to come. But right now we are in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and I love it here. And I have friends here, and my friends and I did a little shopping, and the only thing I bought was this book because it has an alligator tutorial right there. This is a Vanna's Choice book, so you're supposed to make these all with 4-weight. I believe 4-weight yarn, Vanna's Choice yarn. But of course, you know, you can look at all the cute things. You can use any yarn you want, but these are all the cute little things on here. I'm not real thrilled with, like, look how that is. Like, that doesn't look really appealing to me, but I probably will make this for my husband if I have the right colors of yarn. Eventually, one day anyway, when I have the right colors of yarn. It does have the cutest little elephant, so I'm real thrilled with that. And there's an alligator. As I said, I travel, and I live in a Alliance Delta camper. The if you know, you know. But Jeeps, if you drive a Jeep, they have this thing where they trade little rubber duckies. The Alliance is alligators. So, like, I have this little alligator. I got this at Mardi Gras. So I want to make some amigurumi alligators. I did make one freehand for myself. Well, not for myself. I made it to give away. I ended up giving it to Nancy from She's Got Yarn. I gave it to Tilly because it didn't turn out so great, but Tilly could chew on it. So that one went to Tilly. But I bought that book at Hobby Lobby. It says Hobby Lobby right on the front. So I bought that book at Hobby Lobby. And that's all I bought. But while we have the books out, my friend Desiree brought me some books that she got at a thrift store on knitting. So she gave me this book, How to Knit Book Ever, or the easiest how to knit book ever. Duh, read the whole thing. And there are some patterns in there. A purse, some scarf, a cell phone holder, a sunglass bag, and a hat, which I do not know how to knit a hat. So, I mean, I don't know how to knit much of anything, but I'm trying to find the page for the hat. Oh, 82. This is the hat. So it's just a little beanie, and it looks like you knit one side, purl the other side, maybe. So I don't know if you do it. I haven't read. I don't know if you do it in the round, because I don't know how to knit in the round. And so that would be interesting to learn how to do that. And so maybe I will do that with the use of this book. And I like that idea. And the hat topper, this is, wait, there it is. See that little thing on top of the hat? The hat topper is, wait, where did I just see that? Oh, right here. It's this. And you crochet that. You just chain a crochet somehow, and I haven't also read that. But then you put it on your hat. So that's kind of cute. So she gave me, Desiree gave me this book. And she found this book, Knit Girl. And there's a Knit Girl too. So there's these 2 books on how to knit and teach you to knit. These are much more complex books than the first one. But here's another hat. And scarves. What do we got in here? Hats and scarves. yarn stuffs, how to hold the needles. So this is a lot of reading material. Man, I don't know. Knitting on that material, crocheting it is terrible, but I don't know, maybe knitting would be easier out of that kind of like eyelash yarn. Here's a knitted purse with a cell phone holder. So really awesome things in here, and instruction. So that's cool. Here's a scarf. I think you change color. I don't think that's scrappy. I think you do that on purpose. And then when you get through that book, then there's the second one. Same kind of thing, but I think it's harder patterns. There's a different scarf with a bunch of holes in it. So I don't know, but it would be cool if that I-cord was on there, or in here, to make that with. Oh, and it gives you charts about the yarn. So very nice. I'm trying to see if there's other. It's a lot of how-tos. Lots of how-tos in this book, how to decrease. Here's a water bottle holder. I think you make this big bag. Some nice stuff. Maybe I need to make that big bag with some of my scrap yarn so I can hold my yarn. I need to make myself a yarn container. For here in the camper, I'm getting scraps and I don't know what to do with them. Storage is an issue. So those are my new acquisitions of books. I wanted to show you, in case I did not. If you've been around, you know about Boggy Creek, and you know that we are holding off on the blankets for them for a while, but there's a bear pattern. Oh, excuse me, that we're trying to make. And we have some designers trying to get us together a bear pattern. And Nancy from She's Got Yarn, I can't remember if I showed you this, but she gave me some yarns and I need to store them until the pattern is done. But I have, oh, it's over here. It's over here. I have started one of the patterns, but then it's getting some tweaking done to it, so I'm waiting. But I am using this Big Twist Posh. This is the color Sherbet Glow. I am using, I think, a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I have a leg done. Well, it's not even done. I have a leg started. I think it's a 4.5 millimeter hook, and so I'm going to keep these two because this bear is going to be me. She gave me two of a couple of these colors of Posh. So this bear is going to be living in the tote bag that I made for the Fiber Festival. And because it's big enough to hold. So I haven't gotten very far on this, but it's living in this tote bag that I myself crocheted. I like it. I like it a lot. But I have, she also gave me mint chip and yellow. The color is called Lemon Meringue. So I have two of each of those three colors, and those will be Boggy Bears when we get the approval and the final. And I think I showed you this too, but she gave me two of these. Purple Stripe, and this is Premier Cotton Sprout. Love this. I just love the colors. So Lynanne and I are going to be starting a knit project soon. And I have some yarn that I've picked up myself at a thrift store that I want to make it out of, the shawl that we're going to make. I'll leave that pattern in the description box. There'll be several patterns in the description box. But it is a shawl by Fiberflux Knits. And it's a 1-row repeat. Really, I think will be extremely simple shawl. But if you want to join us in that project, we would be thrilled to death. And you need to get your yarn. I want to do it in skinny yarn. She used a mandala cake, which I think they generally classify mandala cakes as a 4-weight, but the yarn really seems to me to be mostly a 3-weight. Or maybe she's using a skinny cake. I can't remember, but I found a yarn. I thought, oh, I will definitely, if my yarn picks from the thrift store don't work, I will go and pick up one of these at Walmart bonus bundle cakes. But I forgot about this yarn. So this is only a 2-weight. The reason I'm concerned with the yarn that I picked out, that I got at the thrift store, is because I'm going to have to hold 2 yarns together. They're thin yarns, and I'm going to have to hold 2 together. And I don't know how well that's going to work out for me, being a new knitter. So I might revert to this. I love this, and using it would be awesome. Using it for that. I hadn't thought of it at the time. Until I was getting ready. I want to put these yarns away because I'm being overwhelmed with the space here. I need to be able to store them in the car. That's the only place I have room for them. Hopefully in the storage bins I have in my car. I can fit this yarn until I need it, for the Boggy Bears. So the other thing, let me see. Oh, yeah, again, these are the yarns that I want to use. This will be consistent throughout the whole shawl, and then integrate these at different points and times. So we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't work out, I think I'm going to do the sprout instead of buying the mandala cake, the skinny cake. Bonus bundle cake. But, you guys, something else that Lynanne's getting me in all this trouble. But something else that she is wanting to do, and so I decided I would do it with her. I think, I don't know what pattern she wants to do yet, but she is learning to nook. And that's something you do with this one hook. It's one hook with a hole, and it's like a cross between knitting and crochet. So I started a project. This is a washcloth, and it will have a built-in border on it. If you can see that. So I'm not going to explain nooking to you because I really don't. This is how much I've nooked in my entire life. This is what I know. It's similar to Tunisian and knitting and crochet. It's like parts of it I have Tunisian crocheted very, very little bit. I made some washcloths with, I think it was Jada and Stitches. And I didn't do them all, but I did, maybe I did do them all. I don't remember. I did a lot of them, but I don't remember the stitches. It wasn't enough that like 2 years later, 3 or 4, whatever years later, I don't remember the stitches, but I remember, you have your forward pass, and you put the work on the hook, and then on Tunisian, you have your reverse pass, and you take 2 off each time or something like that, and then you're completely free. I think your hooks and needles are not attached at all. And this, you're always attached at one side or the other. So if you're knitting, you use a needle that you have, like your solid needle that you're taking the hooks, the stitches off of. That's your yarn. Your like lifeline looking yarn is actual working yarn, but you're working it, using it kind of like a knitting needle. But you're using crochet Well, I think Lynanne said anything that you can knit, you can nook, and they combine them sometimes. People, this is the knit stitch, and I just feel like I'm knitting with a crochet hook when I'm putting the stitches on here. When you get all your stitches on here, then you take them off of the lifeline yarn and reverse put them back on, you know, so you turn your work and you go the other way. So you do turn your work in this. Unlike Tunisian, you don't turn your work. But when you're putting these on, it's very similar to the forward pass of Tunisian crochet. Taking them off is more like a crochet thing, but having them on the lifeline and using like two instruments is knitting more. It's kind of a cross, you know, between. And if you do Tunisian, it kind of, you know, gets that kind of feel in it as well. Lynanne is from Nina's Knots Crochet. She keeps talking about how she wants to get it confused with her motions for Tunisian. She does Tunisian quite often, and she wants to get this confused with her Tunisian options. And I can understand that. I don't have enough motor memory for Tunisian to feel that way. To me, it's just a new learning thing. But it's not unpleasant. I worked on it really one time. Well, 2 times. The first time I worked on it, I was following the tutorial, and I got about maybe that far in not a very long period of time. It's pretty simple. But I've worked on it 2 times, and this is what I got. They say put the tutorial is for a washcloth, as I said. Pardon me. So you put 44 stitches on, and then you start the decrease, which I don't know how to do. But I think I have 29 stitches on here. I don't know if 44 is going to be enough to make it actually washcloth size. I might have to go bigger, more stitches, but I'm using maybe a thinner yarn than he's using because he doubled his. This is a DK weight yarn, but it's cotton. It's my leftovers from Roy's Mardi Gras beanie. So I'm enjoying the process, and I'm going to keep enjoying the process and keep doing it. So we are canooking. So now I have just keep knitting and just keep nooking. Just keep nooking, just keep nooking. You'll get it. You'll figure it out. And I'm gonna, I think I have a hole here, but I'm not sure if that's a hole or not. If I just did the stitch wrong somehow. I'm not skilled enough to know, so it doesn't count. And it's just practice, and it's just a washcloth, so it really doesn't matter. And I don't, like I said, don't know what kind of pattern Lynanne is planning on using to do a crochet along. Oh, pardon me, or canook along. We'll see when she figures that out. And if I enjoy finishing my washcloth, then I will do that with her as well. And hopefully you will join in too. So this is the canooking. The knitting is going to start around the beginning of March for the pattern. It's a simple shawl. It's a 1-row repeat. And I'm going to use that skinny yarn I have. I think that description will be in the description box below too, so you can get your stuff together to do the knitting shawl if you want to. And you can do it in your 10-minute a day challenge. Just knit for 10 minutes a day. I personally do not finish knitting until I finish the row. I am not skilled enough to stop in the end of the row and pick it up and go the correct way again. I will go backwards. I'll use the wrong stitch. I'll do something wrong. I'm 100% sure. So if I'm doing the actual challenge and just getting in 10 minutes so that I can get it in today, it's 10 minutes or wherever. It's always finish the row. 10 minutes and finish the row. and my knit project is getting larger and larger, and I've added more yarn. But I'll show you that in the next video or another video, because I don't even know where it is. I think it might be in the car. It's a good project to knit in the car. I really do like doing that in the car. So that is all I have for you today then, is get the nook on. Get your nookie on. Nookie nookie. And thanks so much, Desiree, for my new books. And this looks like a pretty easy, almost no sew. You have to sew the feet on, but the rest of it I think is no sew. So I might be coming up with one of those. You're supposed to trade them if you own an alliance. And just real quick note, the first time we camped in this camper, we were in Tennessee. The first time we slept in it, away from home, and the woman running the store at the time, the check-in in the store, told us about the alligators, and I kind of keep an eye out for other alliance owners in the different campgrounds that we're at. It's not like I specifically go around looking for them, but I kind of do try to keep an eye out for them, and I have yet to find one. So other than that lady that checked us in our very first campground February a year ago, I don't think anybody owns an alliance besides us. Not that we've been to that many campgrounds. But anyway, I'm gonna make an alligator to trade that's gonna turn out decent, because I'm keeping this one. It's too cute. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, hit the bells, hit the whistles, all the things. I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.